Hey everybody, what's up? It's time to talk about The Umbrella Academy! Yes, that's right, The Umbrella Academy. The brand new comic book based TV show from Netflix. First of all, let me just be 100% completely honest with you guys. I have not read the Umbrella Academy comics prior to watching this show, and to be honest, I only ever actually heard about it like a few months before it actually came to Netflix, and that's just because I'm trying to stay connected to as many of the stuff as possible. So I have no prior knowledge of the show, I have no prior connections to this property, so what you're about to hear is my complete and honest first time reactions to this stuff. I like it. It was actually very good, very well done, very weird, and a lot of stuff didn't really work for me as much as maybe it worked for some people who are fans of the comics or whatever, but yeah, a lot of things didn't really speak to me, but the majority of the show really worked for me. I really enjoyed the actors, both the young and the old. I think they did a really good job with that. The actor playing the dad was amazing, as much as I hated his character, and well, to be honest, I was kind of supposed to hate that character because it was a very dislikable character, but that actor did a wonderful job. I think he portrayed this type of dislikable, hated character perfectly. So much so that I was able to separate how much I hated what this guy did, but at the same time I couldn't really fault the actor because that was his job. That was what he was supposed to do, and it actually really worked for me. The actress playing the mom was amazing. It's a very difficult thing to do, to play this sort of android that's always sort of happy. Yeah, it's not a very easy thing to do, and the actress, which I'm forgetting the name of right now, I apologize, but she was very good at this. Pogo, the monkey-ish butler character, he was actually really good. It's tough when you have a TV show on a streaming service with a low budget, relatively low budget, and you have a fully CGI character for the majority of the episodes. Yeah, it kind of gets tough. That's why you don't really see him all that much, but when you really did see him, it works. It really feels like you're watching an actual monkey in human clothes, standing there talking to the people and interacting with the children in the episodes that he appears in. So that was very well done. I was afraid when I first saw him in the first episode. I was afraid it was gonna start to feel a bit wonky after a few episodes, but no, it stayed very much consistent, and you even see him through several different stages of his life, when he's younger, when he's older, and the transitions between those were actually very well done. As far as the story itself goes, I liked it. It kind of seemed a little generic at times, but for the majority of it, it really did seem like it was new, it was revolutionary. It's definitely certain things that I personally haven't seen before. I can't say the same about other people, but the way they used certain characters and how these characters that you initially think were not really that important, and you didn't really think these specific characters were going to last more than not just even 1 or 2 episodes, but more than a scene. I thought that was handled very well, and the way all these characters connected to one another, both the children, the 2 murderous assassins, the handler, the donut lady, all these different parts came together and they all had a part to play. The villain-ish, no spoilers, but yeah, the guy who was the secret villain, yeah, that really didn't work for me at first. I kind of saw him coming a mile away, right? Like, from his very first appearance, I just knew that this guy was hiding something, and you shouldn't really trust this guy, and this guy is not really what he seems. But as soon as they had that episode where they had the reveal that yes, this guy is exactly what you thought he was, he's a bad guy, he's this and that, from that point on, it just got better and better, in my opinion. And his character really did this transformation from being, yes, I know you're the bad guy and you're trying to be a good guy, but once he actually was revealed to be a bad guy, he was awesome, and his character was very well developed by that point. Speaking of characters, let's talk about the individual kids / the adults in this show, because if you've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. No spoilers, but yeah, Luther was not one of my favorites. I thought he was actually very well done in certain areas, but let me just say that his romance thing, yeah, I thought that could have been handled a little bit better. I definitely didn't really gravitate to his muscle suit. I thought that muscle suit was terrible, and I really wish they would have just kept it hidden more. I understand why they revealed why his body now looks the way it does, but I just think, the practical effects on his suit didn't really look good at all. And in a show where you have a fully CGI monkey that looks real and believable, but you can't really make a proper muscle suit that looks good, that kind of shows a little bit of inconsistency, if you get what I'm meaning. Diego was a very quote-unquote generic character at first, but he has this arc and this evolution to himself, and he really does grow on me throughout the majority of the episodes. Allison, I really liked her straight off the beginning, and right near the ending of this season. I'm not gonna spoil what happens to her, but yeah, certain things happen to her, and she's really has become one of my favorite characters on this show. Then there's Klaus, a character that I thought I was going to hate at first, because it's one of those oh yeah, I've seen that before characters, but he has certain changes to his character throughout the majority of the episodes, and like a lot of the other characters, he really did start to grow on me over time. Then there's my favorite character this season, number 5. They didn't even bother to give him a name, but if you have seen the show and you know exactly what this character is all about, the kid that played him did a wonderful job. A bit of a minor spoiler, he's sort of playing an older man in the body of a child. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that they believed him completely. There was no question he was actually playing an older man. I gotta be honest, I didn't exactly see him. I just saw him as this kid who's acting like an older man, not an older man in the body of a child. But he really is one of my favorite characters of the show. One of the most interesting. I think he was the most dynamic. He had the most character development out of all of the kids. And yeah, number 5 is one of my favorite characters. Then, unfortunately, there's number 6. A character I really, really liked. A character I really enjoyed, Ben. But unfortunately, we didn't really get to see a lot of him. And if you've seen the show, you know exactly why that is. But still, we did get to see some of him. And what we did get to see of him was amazing. And I think he might be my second favorite out of the children. But yeah, I really wish we could have seen more of him. It's kind of frustrating that we didn't. Then, unfortunately, there is my least favorite character of this show, Ellen Page's character, Vanya, number 7. That character didn't really work at all to me. She just really seemed very stupid and naive at times, and unfortunately the majority of the plot focused on her, and if you've seen the show you know exactly why that is. But yeah, I just think a lot of things could have been done better. A lot of it kind of has to do with the fact that she was very closely connected to the so-called villain of the show, which I've already mentioned my problems with. And yeah, if they hadn't focused on her character as much as they did, maybe I would have liked that character even more. But because they put that character so much in the forefront, yeah, didn't work for me. I'm sorry. Nothing against Ellen Page though. She did what she could have with the material she was given, but again, it was more a problem of the writing. As far as the two assassins, Cha-Cha and Hazel, Hazel I liked. I really enjoyed his character. At first, he kind of seemed a little stupid to me, but he grew and he evolved through all the episodes. He had a bit of a love interest, and he really did show a lot of different dimensions to himself. But Cha-Cha, on the other hand, I hated her even more than I hated the dad character. She was just annoying and one-dimensional, and yeah, she didn't really show anything interesting at all. And I was kind of happy when what you see happen to her in the final episode. No spoilers again, but what you see happen to her in the final episode, that one actually made me very happy to see what happened to her. But still, yeah, she and Vanya are some of the weakest characters in my opinion. I think Vanya was weaker because the plot was so much focused on her, as opposed to Cha-Cha, who was just this straight up, I am this character now, and this is what I'm going to be for the entire show, and you guys are gonna watch it, and nothing new is going to happen. Yeah, I didn't really like that at all, but hey, again, nothing against the actress. She did a very fine job with what she had. It's just I really would have wished she had better dialogue, better writing, better character development, or any character development at all. So yeah, overall, I'd say I am a fan of The Umbrella Academy. Again, I haven't read the comics, but maybe now I will. Maybe I'll start. But overall, as far as the first season goes, I give it a thumbs up. I'm really looking forward to the next season if they make one, especially if you've seen what happened in the final episode, which again, I'm not going to spoil, but yeah, some major changes are going to come to this show, and I'm really excited to see how those changes will be implemented. But until then, guys, don't be a stranger. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.